Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope you are all doing well. In this second part of the video series, I will show you how to do UV unwrapping of this pirate sword 3D model in Autodesk Maya. If you haven't seen the first part, I will recommend you to watch that video, where I have shown how to do 3D modeling of this model in Autodesk Maya. You will find the link of the video in the description below. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. So here in Maya, I will do UV unwrapping of this model. Select this part, hold Shift, right-click, and separate. Drag and select all these meshes, go to Edit, delete all by type, and History. Go to Modify and select Freeze Transformations. Click on this button to make center pivot. Select this part. Close the grid, and then isolate it. Go to UV and select UV Editor. Close this one. Now I will create a planar mapping in Z direction. So go to UV, select Planar Mapping option box, select Z axis, and apply. Go to Edge mode. Create an edge loop in the middle. Go to UV Editor, hold Shift, right-click and cut. Go to UV mode, double-click on this UV shell, hold Shift, right-click, and unfold them. Similarly, double-click on this UV shell and then unfold them. Rotate the UVs like this. Then drag and select all UVs, hold Shift, right-click, and layout them. Go to Object mode. Turn on the checker box to see how the UVs are unwrapped. It is looking good. The checkers are evenly distributed. Now go to Layer, right-click, and select Add Selected Object. Turn off the visibility of the layer. Turn off the isolation button. Select this part. Turn on the isolation button. I will project a planar mapping in Z direction. Open Planar Mapping option box, select Z axis, and apply. Minimize the Planar Mapping option box. Go to Edge mode, turn off the checker box. Double-click on this edge. Go to UV Editor and cut. Go to UV mode, double-click on this UV shell and unfold them. Rotate the UV shell like this. Hold Shift, right-click, go to Straighten, then straighten UVs. Sometimes you have to fix some parts manually. Drag and select these top UVs and scale them in Y-axis to align them straight. Then double-click on the UV shell and lay out them. Turn on the checker box. Go to Object mode. Perfect. Turn off the isolation button. Hold Shift and select this part. Go to Mesh and select Transfer Attribute option box. Change the settings like this and click on Apply. It will automatically transfer the UV unwrapped attributes to the other part. Now Shift select this one and press G on your keyboard. Then repeat the same process for the rest of the parts. After that, go to Edit and delete History. Go to UV mode, drag and select all these UVs, hold Shift, right-click, go to Layout, then Layout UV. Go to Object mode. Right-click on the layer, and then Add Selected Object. Now, select this part. Turn off the checker box and isolate it. Go to UV and apply Planar Map on it. Select this edge loop. Shift select this one. And select this one as well. Go to UV Editor and cut. Go to UV, double-click on this UV shell, and move it aside. And move the other shells as well. Go to Edge mode. Double-click on this edge and cut. Go to UV mode, select the UV shell and unfold them. Rotate the UV shell like this. Hold Shift, right-click, go to Straighten, then straighten UVs. Go to Edge mode. Double-click on this edge and cut. Go to UV mode, select the UV shell and unfold them. Rotate the UV shell like this. Now, go to Face mode, drag and select these faces. Go to UV, then Planar Mapping option box, select Y-axis and apply. Go to UV mode, select the UV shell and unfold them. Similarly, unfold these UV shell as well. Now, drag and select all these UVs, hold Shift, right-click and layout them. Turn on the checker box. It seems that the UVs are not properly unwrapped here. Press Ctrl Z for undo. Go to Face mode. Drag and select these faces, go to Planar Mapping option box, select Z-axis and apply. Go to UV mode, select this UV shell, and move it aside. Turn off the checker box, select these UV shells, and move them aside. Now, go to Edge mode. Select these edge loops. Go to UV editor and cut. Go to UV mode, select this shell and move them. Go to Edge mode, double-click on this edge and cut. Go to UV mode, select this shell and unfold them. Go to Edge mode. Double-click on this edge and cut. Go to UV mode, select this shell and unfold them. Turn on the checker box and see if there are any error in the distribution of the checkers. It is looking good for now. Now, go to Face mode, select these faces. Then open Planar Mapping option box, select Y-axis and apply. Go to UV mode, select the UV shell and unfold them. Drag and select all these UVs and lay out them. Check carefully if there is any problem in the distribution of the checkers. Perfect. Go to Object mode and add this object to the layer. Now, turn off the isolation button. Select this object, turn off the checker box. Open Planar Mapping option box, select X-axis and apply. Go to Edge mode. Double-click on this edge. Hold Shift and double-click on these edges also. Go to UV editor and cut. Go to UV mode, select this UV shell and unfold them. It seems the edges were not selected properly. Press Ctrl Z for undo. Go to Edge mode and select these edges by holding Shift. Go to UV editor and cut. Select this UV shells and move them out. Now, select these UVs and unfold them. Rotate it like this. Now, unfold the rest of the parts. Now, for this parts, go to Face mode, drag and select these faces. Go to UV, and select Planar Mapping option box. Select Z-axis and apply. Go to UV mode, select this UV shell and unfold them. Similarly, select this UV shell and unfold them. Drag and select all the UVs and lay out them. Turn on the checker box. It seems the UVs are not properly unwrapped. The checkers must be squares, not rectangles. So let's try something else to fix this issue. Select this UV shell, hold Shift, right-click, go to Straighten, then straighten UVs. Still it is not working. Let's try straightening this UVs. It is not working as well. Now then, go to face mode. Drag and select these faces. Go to UV and project a planar mapping on Z-axis. Now it is looking good. Go to UV mode. Drag and select these UV shells and move them out. Now, go to face mode. Drag and select these faces. Go to UV, then planar mapping option box. Select X-axis and apply. Go to UV mode, select this UV shell and move them out. Turn on the checker box, then hold Shift, right-click, go to Unfold, then unfold along U. It is not working. Press Ctrl-Z for undo, then hold Shift, right-click, go to Unfold, then unfold along V. Scale it from the middle. It is looking good now. Now select this UV shell and unfold along V. Scale it down from the middle. These are looking good now. Select this UV shell and move it out. Then unfold along V and unfold along U. Perfect. Now do the same for this part. Now then, select all these UVs and lay out them. Perfect. Turn on the visibility of the layer. Open UV editor. Drag and select all these meshes. Go to UV mode. Drag and select all the UVs and lay out them. It is looking good. Now hold right-click and select Assign New Material. I will assign Lambert material to it. Go to Attribute Editor. Delete the history first. Select Lambert 2, click on this color checker box. Select File. Click on this folder, and choose the number texture. You can find this kind of texture in the internet. Just search for UV number texture. Press 6 on your keyboard to see the texture. You can adjust the tiling of the texture from here, and check if there is any issue in the distribution of the numbers. Perfect. The UV unwrapping part is now completed. In the next part of the video series, you will learn about how to do the texture of the model. So guys, I hope you like this tutorial. Subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to get the notifications first whenever there is any new video in my channel. Feel free to ask me anything regarding this video in the comments section. Stay safe, and I will see you on the next video.